Hello, Michelle.
Hello, good night, Han. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Michelle. Sorry, Michelle, I'm late.
That's okay. You are actually the first one to join, so it's okay.
Yeah, I think I the last person joined class today, but I think I the first person.
You thought you were going to be the last one. Okay, you are actually the first person, so you're very early. How are
Yeah,
you? How are you? How
I'm
was your
good. How
day?
about you, Michelle?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. So it's early morning here for me. I just
Yeah.
had breakfast. How was your
Mm,
day? How was your day?
yes. Yes. Today is normal day.
Okay, today was a
Yeah.
normal day.
Yes, I went to work and then I come back my home and eat dinner with my parents.
So you went to work. Instead of saying you come back home, you can say I
Yeah,
returned home. So I
yes,
went
I
to work.
returned home.
Yeah.
Yes, I returned home
Okay.
and I ate dinner with my parents. Yeah.
You are so lucky. You are so fortunate.
Yes, I think so.
All right. Thanks, Han. I see Royale
Yeah,
has joined. Thank you, Han. Hello. Good night,
yeah.
Royale. Good night, Royale. How are you?
Hello, Michelle.
Hi. Nice to see you.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, okay. Great, great. How's your family?
My family is very good, and we have my dinner about 1 hour late.
Did you say you had dinner about you had dinner?
What? Yes, we have dinner at 7 p.m.
You had dinner at 7 p.m. Okay. Well, what did you have for dinner? What did you have for dinner, Roya?
Uh, I uh, I have dinner with rice and
Rice.
rice and soup with vegetable um, and beef.
Okay, okay. So you had rice, you had vegetables, and you had beef.
Beef, yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Do,
okay. That
do you eat red meat? Oh,
No, I not eat red meat a long time.
rat
yeah,
meat. Whoa.
Yeah.
right.
Do
Red
you,
meat.
do you guys eat rat meat? Do you eat rat meat, huh?
No.
Michelle, in my hometown, everyone eats red meat.
You're kidding.
Yes.
Whoa. Oh
Yeah.
my
Yes,
goodness.
the
But
best
now
for food.
I live far my hometown, so I
Uh-huh.
not eat red meat.
Yeah.
So
But when I
so
go back my home, I will drink beer with my friend by red meat.
oh my goodness.
Michelle, red meat is best for food in a royal village.
You're kidding me. Whoa. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Wow. Okay.
Have you ever eat a red meat, Michelle?
No, Han. So in our culture, we don't eat meats from insects, rats, uh,
Yeah.
dog meat, cat meat. In a lot of countries, people eat those things. In our culture, we do not. So
Yeah.
it's not popular in our culture. We don't eat dog meat, we don't eat cat meat, and we certainly don't eat rat meat.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for sharing. Thank you.
Mm.
So will anyone, I haven't seen Barak and I haven't seen Tonsang. Will they be joining us tonight? I'd like to start.
Yeah. Barack today he's off because he have some his friend to
Okay.
yeah, and Santong, I don't know exactly.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. All right, so I'm gonna start, okay?
Yes, yes,
So tonight we are going to be talking about, changes. In life, life is constantly changing, right? And we have to change as well in order to keep up.
yeah,
Hen, are you someone
yes,
who likes change? Do you like change?
yes. I like trends. Because without, I think, without trends, I think we can be now growth, and we I think we all need growth. And if we don't change, we can service.
We can service. Did you say service?
Yeah, yeah. We can grow up. We can grow up.
Growth. So
Growth.
instead of
Yes,
saying grow up, you can say growth. Okay.
yes,
So you are.
and
Mhm.
yes, and do you know when COVID-19 pandemic come,
When it
our
came,
life
when it
came.
started.
Yes, when they came, our life changed a lot. We stay at home more. We train our buying habits, training eating habits.
Yes.
Yeah, and take care of take care of our health more. We train to adapt. Yes, and yes, and to have a better life. So I think we need trends in our life, and and I a person like to trend. I always open to trend. It helped me better than become a better person.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
So you are open to change. In other words, you accept change, Han.
yes, I
So
accept it.
Mhm. So you accept change because it helps you to become a better person. Okay? So you like to accept change because it helps you to become a better person. Okay? Can you hear me, Han? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
All right. Thank you, Han. Thank you. So Royale,
Yes.
thank you, Han. Royale, are you someone who likes change?
Yes, I am a person who like change because time and things are always changing. So I am changing follow that. I For example, when I was young, I like going out or watching movie with my friend. But when I grew up, I had to go to work and earn money.
Okay.
When I work at the company, I follow. I just I should follow to the culture of that company. Yes, and
Sorry, when you work at the company, you should? I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
yes, I mean I will a call to the culture of that company. It means I will train and follow the culture for company culture.
You will you will accept, you will follow the company culture, right? You have to change and you have to follow the company culture.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so accept changes at work. I have to follow my company rules or culture. Okay. Okay, so you are saying, Royal, when you were younger, you know, you used to go out and drink with your friends. But then when you got older, things changed, right?
Yes,
You had to work in order to earn money and you had a family. You got a family. You have children, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so there has been lots of changes for you, right?
yeah, that's right.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you, Royal. The only thing constant is change. The only thing that is constant is change. Um, do you understand this phrase and do you agree with it? So, Han, the
Yeah,
only thing that is constant is change.
yeah, yeah. Uh, yes, I agree. And the only things constant is change. Yes, as we know, a change will happen. The change will happen over time, and time never stop for anyone. Yes, it can be positive or negative in our life. Yes, and you know, like people train every day. My our interest trends uh, our government natural anymore. I think every every trends and yes, and I agree with the first the only things constantly change.
Okay, okay. So
Yes,
you are saying, Han, change, it is something that is always happening. For example, you know, a simple change in government, a simple
yes,
a change in the weather. So
yeah,
now the weather is very hot, it's very humid.
mm,
Maybe tomorrow the weather
mm,
will be totally different, right? Maybe we'll get
yeah,
lots of
right,
rainfall. So
right,
change is constant and it happens every minute. Okay.
yes,
All right. Thank you,
yeah,
Han.
okay.
Royal, what are some of the positive changes, Royal, that you have experienced in your life?
I think the most positive change I have experienced in my life that I know how to save money since I got married. Yeah, because before when I was young, I usually go out with my coworker to drink beer every week. When I have my free time, I am go out to play with my friend. So I don't have money, and since I am married, uh, I don't drink much beer, and I spend my free time with my friend. And so I think that is the best of the challenges I have.
Okay, okay. But you have a family, Royal. What about your family? Isn't that a
Um,
positive change as well?
I am married about 5 years ago. Yeah.
Sorry, sorry.
I am, I
He
guess, married about 5 years ago.
You got married 5 years ago.
So I
Oh.
trained about 5 years.
but that's an awesome change, Royal. So that's such a big step. That is an awesome change in our lives. When we get married, when we start a family, that is an awesome change. And you know, it's I think it's one of the most important change in our lives.
Yes, and I think a big trend, Michelle.
Yes. Well, not just big, but enormous.
Yes.
So
Maybe, maybe before Royal get married, he has many girlfriends, and then he got married. He just have one wife and not girlfriend.
Yeah.
So Royal is agreeing.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, exactly.
So Royal, that's a big change, okay? Instead of having many girlfriends, you now only have one wife, okay? So that's an awesome change, okay? So some changes are very huge, while some changes are very small, very what we call subtle. So when something is subtle, it means that you hardly notice. So subtle, some change are very subtle. So we talk about subtle changes, meaning that changes that you hardly notice. Okay, so subtle change. For example, the weather. So this morning when you got up to go to work, it was very hot, it was very humid, right, Hannah? And then in the evening, it's still very hot, but then there is a nice breeze. So we say the weather, you know, there's a subtle change in the weather, meaning there's a slight change. Although it's still very hot, you know, there is a nice breeze. So it makes it very comfortable. So when we use the word subtle, it means something that is barely noticed. Okay?
Yes, okay.
All right, so thanks. So Hannah, so Royal just told us about an enormous change, a positive change or experience in his life. What about you, Hannah?
Yes, I think I have more trends when I learned English.
Okay.
Yes. Before in the past, although I really like learning English, but I always make an appointment to study in the next day. Yes, but now I can change my life. I can learn English when I have free time. Yes, and I think it's positive for me. Yeah.
Okay, so you are saying for you, learning English, that has been a positive experience in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the most positive experience? Anything else? So you're learning English. Anything else, Han?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe like Royal before learning English and before COVID-19, after our work, I spend time with my friends and we drink some beer. And then we sing karaoke. Yes. And I didn't spend time with my family, my parents. But when COVID-19 pandemic came, I spend more time with my parents and my family, my nephew and niece. I stay at home more, and I start learning English. Yeah. And I met Mr. Tan, my teacher. Yes, and Mr. Tan connect with you, and yes, and we spend time together learning English, and you teach me about more English.
Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So for you, Han, the pandemic, for a lot of people, you know, the pandemic was a negative experience. Well, we're still in the pandemic,
Yeah.
and for many persons, you know, it has been a negative experience. But you are saying the pandemic, it helped you to get a positive experience, because when it started, you know, you used to hang out a lot with your friends, but
yeah.
when the pandemic came, you started spending more time at home with your family.
Yes, exactly. Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you got an opportunity to learn English, to spend more time.
Yes. And now I don't have time to spend with my family after our work, and I don't drink some beer like before.
Yes. You don't hang out and drink beer like you did before.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That's very important, Han. Very important point. So Royal, what has been some of the impact of the pandemic? What type of changes has it brought for you, the pandemic?
When before pandemic, I work in my company, but in time of pandemic, I am work at home, and I work at home about 1 month, and I not go out because my government close close the road into my home to the market, so we not go out. And
so you were not able to go out. You were not able to go out, right?
Yeah.
Because the roads were closed, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah, the government lockdown.
Yes.
Okay, so you can say there was a lockdown. So there was a lockdown in my city.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we had to stay at home. Okay. You can say I worked from home for 1 month. So we can say, we use the word lockdown. So lockdown means that it is a government order, and we have to stay at home. We have to obey the government orders by staying at home. Okay?
Yeah. And when we go out, the government will fight me and
hire money.
Yes, hire money. If we go out, if not have a reason. Yes, the government when we were fight, we lots of money.
The government will fine you a lot of money. So you are fined.
Yes,
so
we fight, not the government fight.
And you we fight. And you know, some people they doing each side in front of their home. The government look and then and then they find some money for the government.
So you were saying, Royal, if you leave home, you have to pay a fine, which is like a charge, right? So you can say we are charged a fine. We have to pay a fee. So we have to pay a charge or fine. Okay. Did you have curfews? So in Vietnam, we had curfews like maybe for 2 years. Did you have curfews in your city, guys? Did you have curfews?
Curfew, what's it mean?
Yes. So curfew, it's a government order where you are not allowed outside your home. You are not allowed to go out after certain hours. So for example, we had curfews, and the curfews would start at maybe 7 p.m. in the evening, and it goes on till 6 o'clock the following morning. So it means during those hours, we were not allowed to be on the streets. We were not allowed to leave our homes unless it was a medical emergency, or unless we were leaving to go for work. And we would have to show the police our work IDs to verify that we are on our way to work. So a curfew, it's we could say it's a government order where we are not allowed to leave our homes during a certain period. Okay, so it's a government order to stay at home during a specific time period. Okay, so it's called a curfew. And many cities in many countries, they had what are called curfews, where they were not allowed to be on the streets during certain hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. My government don't have just curfews, but my government has have allowed to many to some work can go to work, like the people selling food.
Okay.
Yes, selling food. Like employee in the bank. Yes. Like employee in electricity. Yes. Yeah. And the people don't have work. Work need in a street, not don't allow to go out. Yes, and stay at home.
Okay. So only, you are saying only certain workers had, only certain important workers were allowed to go to work. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay. Well, in many countries, it was the same situation. Only certain workers, we call them essential workers. So essential workers, for example, the healthcare workers. So workers who worked at the hospital, for example, the doctors, the nurses, the firefighters, those persons, they are called, essential workers, because their job, it's very important, it's very essential. We need people to cook, we need people to work in the healthcare sector, if we need the police, if there's an emergency. So those workers are regarded as essential workers. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Royal, are you with me? Do you have any questions, Royal? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay, Michelle.
All right, great. All right, thank you.
Michelle, Michelle, now in your country still have COVID-19?
Oh yes, yeah. So COVID-19 continues.
Wow.
We still have COVID-19. We still have persons who are getting infected with COVID-19. We still continue to wear a mask, you know, and we still try to practice safety. But COVID-19, it still exists. And we still see people who are getting infected with COVID-19.
Yeah. And how many people in they infected COVID-19?
I have not, I'm sorry, but I don't keep up with the numbers in terms of how many people, you know, get infected each day. So I'm not so sure about that right now.
Yeah.
But
yes.
Although people get infected, although people get sick, it's not very critical. They don't get very sick. They don't need to go to a hospital. So that's a good thing, you know.
Yes. In my hometown, now in my hometown have some cases positive COVID-19. But
wow.
But people still work normal.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's still a normal, you know, it's still a normal situation. Yes.
Yes. It's normal situation.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Han. Thank you.
Yes.
Royale, are you an early bird, Royale, or are you a night owl? What is an early bird? Someone who is an early bird, someone who is a night owl. Can you explain for us who is an early bird and who is a night owl?
I think I am sometimes I am a bird and sometimes I am a night owl. That's I think now I am a normal because I work every day, so I don't wake up too early or don't go to sleep too late because that's we will not be for health enough to work. So but now but before I am often was night owl because I often to drink beer with my friend to very late and we stop until everyone is drunk. So very late.
Okay, so you are saying, Royale, you were a night owl, but now you are an early bird. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, and you are an early bird now. Why? Because why are you an early bird now? You stopped drinking with your friends.
Yes. Before.
Maybe he got married and he early bird to prepare breakfast for his son and his wife.
Okay, so now you are an early bird because you have a family, right? You have to go to bed early and you have to wake up early because you have a family, right?
Yes, because I want to save my health for work.
Okay. You want to save your energy for work, right?
Yeah.
So you ensure that you go to bed early and you get a good night's rest, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I to sleep very early, my wife will ask me go to sleep.
I don't. So when you go to sleep too early, your wife, what does your wife ask you?
Sorry, when I go to sleep very late, my wife asked me, will ask me to go to the bed.
Early with her. Go to sleep early with her.
You mean when you go to sleep late, your wife wants you to go to bed early?
Yeah,
Ah, okay, because she goes to bed early.
yeah,
Ah, okay. So she wants you both to go to bed at the same time. Okay, that's a smart wife. Thanks, Royale. Thank you. Thank you, Royale. So what about you, Hannah? Are you an early
Yeah.
bird or are you a night owl?
Yes. When I student, Michelle, I am night owl.
When
because
I was a student.
yes, when I was student, yes, because I have a lot of a lot of homework. I have a lot of homework, and maybe I really like to watch TV, watch film, and read more novel. Yeah, but yeah, but now I'm take care myself. I'm take care myself more, and I early bird. I enjoy in the morning. I have full and I want to have full energy, and I want to work well in the morning. Yes, and yes, and I always go to bed at 10 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are saying, Han, when you were in college, when you were at school, you were a night owl. You went to bed late, right?
Yes. Right.
But now you are an early bird. You go to bed early. You ensure that you get a good night's sleep. You get a good night's rest, right?
Yeah. Right.
Because you want to ensure that you have energy to do your work in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you, Michelle?
So it's the same for me. I was a night owl when I was younger, but now I am definitely an early bird. I try to go to bed by 11:30 at nights. So most nights I do go to bed at that time, but sometimes I do go to bed a little later because you know I want to ensure that I get a good night's sleep so that I can get up early the next morning.
Yes, get up early in the mornings is very wonderful. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah, and my hometown is near beach. In the morning, sometimes I go to beach. It's very nice.
Do you do that before you go to work?
Yes.
Wow. So what time do you get up in the mornings?
Sometimes I get at 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. Yeah.
Wow. That's early. What time do you get up in the mornings, Royale? What time do you get up?
I usually get up at 5:30 a.m.
5:30. Okay. And do you help to get your child? Do you help to get the kids ready for school?
No, my wife drive my son go to school, but I not, and I go to each side each morning, and then I go